Let's do some applications involving the quadratic equations in section 7.3. A rectangle with length 2 less than its width has area of 25 square feet. Find its dimensions. So let's draw a picture. We know it's a rectangle, and we have the length and we have the width. Now it says that the length is 2 less than the width. The length is 2 less than the width. The width minus 2. It says the area is 25 square feet. Now the area of a rectangle is length times width. The area is 25 square feet, and that's the length, but we know that the length is W minus 2 times the width is W. So that's our equation. Let's solve this equation. 25 equals W squared minus 2W. We can't solve it unless it equals 0. We need to subtract 25 from both sides. W squared minus 2W minus 25. We need to solve this. We can try to factor it, but I don't think so. Let's try the quadratic. We have A equals 1, B equals negative 2, and C equals negative 25. Let's put these values into our quadratic formula. So we have W equals negative B, so negative 2 plus or minus the square root of B squared, negative 2 squared, minus 4 times A times a negative 25 all over 2 times A. So W is a negative 2 is a positive 2, plus or minus the square root. Negative 2 squared is a positive 4, plus 100. 4 times 1 is 4, times a negative 25 is negative 100, so we have minus a negative 100, all over 2. So that's 2 plus or minus the square root of 104 over 2. For our application problems, it's really helpful to have a number, and let's round it off to 3 decimal places. So it looks like we have 2 potential answers here. We have one involving 2 plus the square root of 104 over 2. And the other possible answer is W times 2 minus the square root of 104 over 2. Now, you can put this all in your calculator at once. You could put parentheses around this so that you added that before you divided by 2. Let's take a moment and work with our calculators and see what you get. For this first one, I'm getting 6.099 approximately. Did you get 6.099? The digit after that is 0, so it stays a 9. Did you get that? If not, you may be having trouble with your calculator, and you need to make sure that you are doing the order of operations correctly. For the other one, I'm getting negative 4.099. Did you get that? Approximately. How do you feel about a width of a rectangle being negative 4.099. I don't like it. We have to cross that answer off. So, what do we have as a solution? The width of 6.099, and we said that the length was the width minus 2, which is 6.099 minus 2, and that is approximately 4.099. Notice it's just the opposite of what we got before. So we are asked to find the dimensions. Let's state our answer in a complete sentence. The dimensions are 6.099 feet by 4.099 feet. And we know it's feet because our area is in square feet. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is 15 meters long. We need to draw a right triangle. The hypotenuse is the longest side. The hypotenuse is 15 meters long. The length of one leg is 3 meters less than the other. So the legs are the other two sides. If this one is x, then the other one is 3 meters less, so it is x minus 3. So find the lengths of the legs. So what is the relationship between the three sides of a right triangle? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. In this triangle, c is the hypotenuse. It's the longest side. It's 15, so we'll call that c. So we have x squared plus quantity x minus 3 squared equals 15 squared. So we have x squared plus x, we have to write this out twice and FOIL it, or use our special products, x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 225. X squared plus x squared, those are like terms, gives us 2x squared minus 6x. And how about we subtract 225 from both sides so that we get equals 0. If we subtract 225, that'll be 9 minus 225 minus 216. Notice all these numbers are even. Let's just divide everything by 2. That'll put it in a nice form. 108 equals 0. Can we factor this? I think we can. Let's think about that. It would be x and x. It's a minus 108, so it's a plus and a minus. 108. That is 9 times 12. Does that help? 9 times 12. If we make it plus 9 and minus 12, is that it? Let's set these individual factors equal to 0. X plus 9 equals 0. X equals negative 9. X minus 12 equals 0. X equals 12. So that gives us two possible solutions here. Remember that x stands for one of the legs of a triangle. Does it make sense to have negative 9 as an answer? I don't think so. So we have x equals 12. Let's go back to our triangle. If x is 12, Then this side is 12. What's this other leg? 12 minus 3, positive 9. So it's positive 12 and positive 9. And remember, our unit of measurement was meters. So let's write our answer out in a complete sentence. The legs of the triangle are 12 meters and 9 meters. The window in a French door has an area of 1,430 square inches. The 77-inch by 34-inch door has a frame of uniform width around the window. How wide is the frame around the window? So a French door is a rectangle, and it has a window that's a rectangle in the middle. So this frame is a uniform width, let's call it X, all the way around. It is 77 inches on this side. It is 34 inches on this side. I like to draw pictures to help me understand what's going on. The window has an area of 1,430 square inches. So the window is in the middle here. So the area of the window and the area of a rectangle is length times width, and that area is 1,430 square inches. What is the length of this window? Well, the outside length is 77 inches, but we need to take the frame off at the top and take the frame off at the bottom. So the length of our window is going to be 77 minus x, that's minus 2x. What about the width of the window? The width of the door is 34 inches, and we need to subtract the frame on the right and on the left. Subtract our 2x. So that gives us our equation. We have 1,430. We need to multiply 77 by 34. Grab your calculator. I think that's 2618. Outside is minus 154x. Inside is minus 68x. Last is plus 4x squared. Let's subtract 1430 from both sides. That gives us 0, which is good. 2618 minus 1430, 1188, minus 154, minus 68, 222, x plus 4x squared. All these numbers are divisible by 2. Let's just divide everything by 2. 544, 111, 2x squared. Let's reverse the order because we want it in standard form. What do you think? Can you factor it? I don't know about that. I think I'm just going to go straight to a quadratic. I'm tempted to try to factor it, but I don't know. A is 2, B is negative 111, and C is 544. So x is negative b, so that's positive 111, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a. It's 111 plus or minus the square root 111 squared. $12,321 minus 4 times 2 times 544. 4,352 all over 4. $12,321 minus 4,352 is 7,969. All over 4. What is the square root of 7,969? It's not an even number. It's 89.269. So we'll add that to 111. Divide by 4. 50.067 approximately. 50.067. Or another possibility is we could take 111 minus the square root of 7,969. Then divide that by 4. 5.43. Did you get those two answers? 50.067 or 5.43? 3. So let's go back to our original problem and think about those possible solutions. Remember our door? We took our 34-inch door, 34 by 77, and we said that there was a frame around the window in the middle. So what do you think? X represents the frame. Does it make more sense that we have a 50-inch wide frame or a 5.433-inch wide frame? Which answer makes sense and which does not? Let's cross off at 50.067. That is just not possible. 5.433. The frame around the window is 5.433 inches. And that's it. So every time we drew a picture, because those pictures really help, we tried to decide what we wanted our variable to represent. We looked for equations that related our variable and our numbers that we were given, and then we solved our quadratic. And then we placed our solution in a complete sentence. So, application problems with quadratics, not so bad. And they're a wonderful way to apply our math, our quadratic equations, to the real world. That's all for this section.